Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Look at this fancy bottle and box here. This is Lakewood Brewing's Bourbon Barrel Temptress. This was sent to me by Brandon C. down in Texas. Usually when you see something that's put in a box, it's usually going to be a little more expensive. And this one, he sent the box along with the beer here. It's a bourbon barrel aged Imperial milk stout, and this is the 2017 edition. And according to the bottle, this one is a 12.4% alcohol by volume, 56 IBUs, 100% barrel aged. It's not a blended beer. So I can't think of a reason why you could not sell this for a while. He did not tell me what he paid for this. I'm sure it wasn't cheap. Anytime you get a barrel aged version of a beer, especially in a 22-ounce bomber, they're usually a little bit more on the pricey side. I have had some stuff sent to me from him before, from Lakewood, and they seem to do some pretty tasty stuff, guys. And this is the bourbon barrel aged version of a milk stout. We did a milk stout yesterday at 5.5% from Firestone Walker. I looked for this one to be a little bit better, a little heavier, thicker mouthfeel, and we're probably going to get some bourbon notes. I don't know how long they left it in the bourbon barrels. So final beer of the evening for me on this one, and enough to share, which I intend to do on this one. But we're gonna get into this one and see what this thing brings to the table. And they've been doing this beer for a while. Matter of fact, the picture on Beer Advocate shows the 2013 edition, and they have it listed at 11.30. So the 2017 edition is a little bigger than that. So, and the ABV probably changes from year to year. Over to Untapped, they also have it at 11%. Now they may have a 2017 listed there. I did not see it. It's probably there somewhere, because Untapped is usually pretty good at listing different beers for different years. But anyway, commercial description on Untapped says, everything you love about our Imperial Milk Stout, but boozier and nicely aged, guys. Before we read a bunch of this, I'm going to BBT 2017 and see if it brings up anything else. Maybe we'll get the particular year for this one. And I'm not seeing it coming right off the bat here. Bourbon Barrel has Hellfighter, I don't see it here, guys. So we're gonna jump back, and we'll just use the regular version here. They don't have a year on this particular one, but they do have it at 11%, and this one's much bigger than that at 12 something. So I'm not even going to read the description here. We're just going to go off the cuff here on this one. This is a big beer, guys. At 12.4%. Yep, 12.4% for the 2017 edition. Big beer. Drink this one at home, or have a designated driver if you're drinking it somewhere other than home. This should have some big time roasty malts. We should get some bourbon on this. It's a milk stout, so it should have a nice sweetness to it. We should have a nice creaminess to it. It's not a nitro, but it should have a nice sweet back end on it, being brewed with lactose, guys. So that's all we're going to talk about. We're going to jump into this. I don't want it to be a 30-minute video, but it probably deserves it. Nice little hiss on this. Into the glass we go. And while I pour this, guys, I will tell you, food pairing says general chocolate dessert, like most of this style beer says. Glass for a pint, becker, 9 tumbler mug, side down. I wouldn't pour it in any of those glasses. Use a tool glass. And of course, being at 12.4%, you can cellar this beer for a while, I would think. Can't think of a reason why you shouldn't. It doesn't say anything about being brewed with coffee or anything. With that pour, we didn't get hardly any head. Just barely covering the top of the beer. Over to the light. I'm not seeing any. It's pitch black, guys. Pretty dark beer. Let's get it to the nose. Yep, right off the bat, I'm giving some of the bourbon. Just a little bit of the alcohol on the nose. And I don't know when in 2017 they do these beers, whether it's the end of 2017, the middle of the year, beginning of the year. So I don't exactly know when this was put in the bottle. And I don't know how long they aged it in the bourbon barrels. So this beer could have been brewed 2 years ago and then put in a bottle. And then, you know, I just don't have that information. So technically, it could have been brewed that far back. So it's got a wonderful aroma. I am getting some vanilla and even coconut now. The more I flap my gums and let it set in the glass, the more aromas I get every time I put it to my nose. And it doesn't seem to be as boozy right now as it was a minute ago. Smells absolutely wonderful. Smells awesome, guys. It does. Just the right amount of bourbon. I am getting some woodiness in there from the barrels and the vanilla and the coconut. Not getting a lot of chocolate on the nose right now or dark fruit, but those may come out as it warms up, which I will do. Smells awesome. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Brandon. I appreciate it, sir. Man, that is phenomenal. That is delicious. Wow, what a pleasant beer that is. And then with the lactose being used in that, has a very nice smooth sweetness to it. That's very easy drinking for a 12.4%. This will get you in trouble if you're not careful. Or you could sit there and drink this and drink this and drink this, and before you know it, somebody's got to help you to the bathroom because you can't stand up by yourself. So hopefully you guys drink responsibly on beers like this. These big monster beers like that are brewed so well and so smooth, it's very easy to drink more than you should be if you're driving. Even probably a glass of this is enough to get you in trouble in this state, especially if you go through a road check, a license check, or a DUI checkpoint, something like that. So just be careful, guys. All right, we're going to sip on this. We're going to pour the rest of this in a glass for her and see what we end up with. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Been sipping on about 30 minutes or so. It's come up to room temperature. Awesome. Very tasty beer. Very well-made beer. 12.4%. A little boozy when I first poured it. That has subsided a little bit, but you can only hide 12.4% so much, especially when it's bourbon barrel aged. You're going to get those bourbon notes usually like this. Very enjoyable beer. I consider this basically like a special occasion beer. Not something you would want to go out and buy one and just drink it up like a macro lager. This is something to share with your significant other, close friends, or friends. Very tasty, very enjoyable. The other half loved it. she likes these bourbon barrel aged beers just as much as I do. They're very, very tasty, great final beers of the evening, which it is for us. Very well made. It is a very, very enjoyable beer. I would consider this a dessert, digestive, aperitif, if you will. A very, very well made beer. Very well done. And like I said, don't know what Brandon paid for this. I don't think it's a cheap beer to buy. If I was guessing, I would say this is in the $20 up range on a beer, especially when it comes in this own little special little box like this one did. So very, very nice. Very. I do like the mouthfeel on these bigger beers like this, as opposed to the Firestone that we did yesterday. The 5.5%. This is 12.4%, almost 3 times the amount. Not quite, but almost. You get my drift here, guys. These bigger beers have a lot thicker mouthfeel. Very enjoyable, and the bourbon barrel aged versions of these are exceptional to me, especially when I get those bourbon notes and it's not hidden like some of them. They'll put it in a bourbon barrel even for a month or two, and then they'll jerk it out and bottle it. When they leave them in there long enough to get those bourbon characteristics and the woodiness from the barrels, and with that woodiness you get some coconut and vanilla. Very nice, very well done. Final chug. Awesome beer, guys. Absolutely delicious. Very well made. Wow. Blows my hair back and my socks off when I get these kind of beers. Very tasty, very delicious, very well made. I can't think of a single thing that I would say to change it. It's got all the aspects that you want. Nothing is overpowering anything else. Very, very well done. So, 2 thumbs up to the guys there at Lakewood for what they've got here. Very nice. I enjoyed this. And Brandon, once again, sir, I do appreciate it. I know this wasn't a cheap beer to buy. I do appreciate you spending your hard-earned money on this and sending it to me. I do appreciate it. Wow, delicious. Guys, as far as I'm concerned, and I could give this a 9, but why? It's got the bourbon notes. It's got all the characteristics of an imperial stout with the lactose, nice sweetness on the back end. It's a 10 for me, guys. Exceptionally well done beer. 100. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 4.38. Those numbers are a little low. That's not even up to their A category. That's their A- numbers. It's better than that. Why don't you think this is a 10 beer? I mean, what is putting you off to keep them giving this beer a better number? Is it too boozy? Is it too this? Is it too that? I'm not getting that. I think it's exceptionally well done. And like I said, these guys that post comments, as much as I hate to say it, they probably don't know shit from apple butter. They just want to get on there and get their 15 minutes of fame. And some people may say that about me. And it is what it is, guys. But with running up on getting close to the 3,000 beers that I have done, I think I know a little bit about beers. Some people may disagree with that, but yeah, that's my opinion. I've drank enough different styles of beers to know what's a winner and what is not. And this one is. So, just my humble opinion, though. And and yeah, everybody knows how opinions are. Some people got one, some got 2. So, with that being said, let's run over to Untapped. They have it at 3.39. Excellent numbers from there. Definitely in their A category. And I could, like I said, I could just as well give this a 9, but I don't see any reason for that. There's nothing, there's no off flavors. It's well done. I'm getting the bourbon, I'm getting the roasted malt. I'm getting everything that they want me to have. So, not pulling any punches. I mean, I try to be as honest as I can, guys, on these beers. This will be something I would buy. It is an exceptionally well-made beer. It's not something I would drink every day because of the price of the beer and because of the style of the beer and the bourbon barrel aging. As much as I would like to go out and buy $500 worth of beer at a time, I don't do that. I can't afford to do that. So this will be something you would buy and share with some special friends, your significant other, or whatever. It's a special occasion beer to me. So that's where we're going to leave you guys. Don't want to ramble on and on and on and on. To me, it's an excellent beer. It's an outstanding beer. And that's where I'm going to leave it. So if you've had this one from Lakewood Brewing, this is their bourbon barrel aged version of their Temptress. Let me know what you think. Awesome beer to me. Great final beer of the evening. And like I said, the other half enjoyed it. Time to go have some dinner. Yeah, that's about that time. Then we're going to stumble into the bedroom and fall down. That's how it works here. Alright guys, I enjoyed this. Thanks Brandon, I do appreciate it, sir. Till we meet again guys, let's go see what's in the fridge.